Hello and welcome to the Law Firm Leaders Forum. We're speaking with Steve Harper, author of the book, The Lawyer Bubble, A Profession in Crisis, and a speaker at tomorrow's panel on the corporate model versus the partnership model for a law firm. What is your take on that?
Well, it's appropriate. It's certainly an appropriate topic. The evolution of the profession, some might call it, I among them would call it the devolution of the profession into purely business sort of oriented kinds of pursuits is a problem and a challenge for the profession. And by devolution, I mean the adoption of short-term business type metrics to measure everything that can be measured. Unfortunately, there are some important things that can't be measured: mentoring, collegiality, satisfaction of a job well done, associated work. So my bottom line is, right now we're sort of living in the worst of both worlds, where we have many law firm managing partners trying to import business school type metrics, and we have imported business school type metrics into a once noble profession, and unfortunately in the process it's stripping the profession of much of what made it noble.
Some of the things you talked about, the mentoring and the collegiality, what happens when a firm loses that, or those things are de-emphasized in a business model setting?
Yeah, what happens is you lose the glue that really holds a partnership together. And when the short-term goal is to simply maximize profits for partners, particularly equity partners at the top, because the other stark development over the last 20 years has been sort of the law firm corollary to the Bernie Sanders income inequality gap. It used to be that the spread between the lowest and highest paid equity partners, this is within an equity partnership, was say 3 or 4 to 1. Now it's exploded. At Dewey and LaBeouf, when it collapsed, it was 20 to 1.
The subtitle of your book is A Profession in Crisis.
Right.
What are the solutions, if there are some, to the challenges the legal profession faces?
There are a number of things that you can do, and behavior follows incentive structures. So if you give people an incentive to hoard clients by saying we're going to adopt an eat what you kill structure, and that's going to determine your compensation, lots of behavior flows from that, including hoarding, including a reluctance to encourage clients to look to fellow partners or maybe younger partners, transition meaningful work to younger partners so that you have institutional stability over time.
What would you hope attendees take away from tomorrow's discussion of this issue?
I hope they just are challenged to think a little bit about what they're doing. It's very easy in the pressures that go with managing a large firm, or a firm of any size, to get lost in the day-to-day requirements of meeting conflicting demands. I mean, it's far worse than demands. It's far worse than herding cats, I think, to run a law firm and try to deal with everything that's involved with partner sensibilities and so forth. But if all I could do is encourage people who are attending to remember why it was they went to law school in the first place. Just spend a little time thinking about that question. I think there are a whole host of other questions and answers that might come more easily in terms of things like strategic direction, what it means to be a leader. It's one thing to manage a law firm. It's something quite different to be a leader. So that would be, if there was one thing I could ask them to do, coming away from this one, would be to challenge them to think.
Thank you so much. We've been speaking to Stephen Harper, author of The Lawyer Bubble, at this year's Law Firm Leaders Forum.
Thanks, Greg.